One of the new key mechanics in set 9 are the different regions of Runeterra that players can vote on at the start of the game. The impact of these regions can range from non-existent to utterly game-changing, and for today's video I want to talk about the one that has the highest amount of player agency, the Ionian Region, the Dreaming Pool. If you know what to do in this region, you can give yourself a massive advantage over your opponents. So let's find out why you need to pay attention to every single unit from the very beginning. First up, let's read the description. At the start of each stage, gain a champion that fits your team. Well, that was worthless. I guess I have to do this myself. At the start of each stage, the game will check your trade list and give you a unit from the trade that is listed at the very top. In stage 2-1, it gives you a tier 2 unit. In stage 3-1, it gives you a tier 3 unit. In 4-1, you get a tier 4 unit. And starting stage 5, you receive tier 5 units. Sometimes you will encounter a scenario where the trade that is listed at the very top won't have a unit that can match the tier. For example, Slayers don't have any tier 3 units that would be viable for stage 3-1. In this case, the game will go one trade lower and check if there is a matching unit from your second highest trade. This is the core concept of this region, and it is also why you as the player 100% get to decide which unit the game will offer you. This has some pretty serious implications. Let me show you why. Let's say you got lucky in the early PvE rounds and the game decided to give you an Echo or a Jace. This would be a great setup for a Piltover opener, but you're still missing Vi or Orianna. Well, all you have to do is place bruisers like Cho'Gath and Renekton on your board in stage 1-4. With bruisers at the top of your trade list, the game will now offer you Vi in stage 2-1 because she is the only tier 2 bruiser in the game. And this way, you only have to find Orianna, which is a lot easier and allows you to open with Piltover, paving the way for a successful game. Something that is even cooler is the fact that in stage 2-1, the game won't offer you the unit until you have selected the augment. Now, why does this matter? Well, it turns out that you can move the units on your board before making your augment selection, and the game will respect the new board before giving you a matching unit. So if you see a useful augment you want to play, you can change up your board to get a unit that synergizes with the augment that you selected. Sometimes this can even lead to forcing an upgraded tier 2 unit at the start of stage 2. This obviously only works here, since the other augment selections happen at a later time. But our manipulation doesn't stop here. Since the game will give you a unit based on your trades at the start of the round, you can change up your board against the PvE rounds in any way you want, as long as you win the round. You can now force a specific tier 3, tier 4 or even legendary unit that best fits what you are currently playing. Now you might think this all sounds very stressful, but you don't have to worry about that. A lot of comps don't require any brain cells. For example, Void will be happy about getting a Rek'Sai or a Vel'Koz in stage 3. They also get a Kai'Sa in stage 4 and a Bel'Veth in stage 5. Void will always be the highest trade, so they never have to make any changes. However, if you're playing flags, and you find something like an early Zeri, then maybe the best course of action is to manipulate the board in a way that makes Gunners your highest trade. You force the game into giving you another Zeri and setting yourself up for a quick and easy Zeri 2-star without having to waste all of your gold. The only thing you should be a little bit careful about is playing comps that can't make use of the free tier 4 unit in stage 4, for example Noxus. You might end up getting something like a free Nasus, but your opponents will have an easier time hitting Aphelios or Zeri 2-star, putting you at a disadvantage. So yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to cover about this region. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.